Here we're going to be doing more examples of literal equations. If you think you have a pretty good grasp of this material, go ahead and skip this video, but if you're still not quite sure, keep watching. So in this first example, we have 2 times the quantity m plus n, and then outside the parentheses we have minus n equal to p, and our goal is to solve for n. That's the variable that we want by itself. Now notice we have an n inside the parentheses and an n on the outside. Since we have 2 different places where we see n, we need to combine them first before we start moving things to the other side of the equation. So to do that, I'm going to distribute my 2 to both pieces in those parentheses. So now when we distribute, remember we multiply, so we have 2 times m, 2m, and then 2 times n, so plus 2n, and then minus the n that we already had, equal to p. And now we can combine like terms. We have a 2n minus n. 2 minus 1 leaves us with 1n. So on the left side, we still have the 2m. That hasn't changed yet. And then 2 minus 1 leaving us with just 1n, so plus n, equal to p. And now we just need to get everything that's with that n, move it to the other side so that n is all by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2m from both sides. That way on the left we don't have those m's anymore, we're just left with n, nothing else to worry about, equal to p minus 2m, n is by itself, and we are done. Let's look at another example. Here we've got m equals 2e over v squared plus k. We need to get e by itself. So remember, when we're solving for a specific variable, we're going to do that reverse PEMDAS. So anything that we're currently adding or subtracting, that's what we're going to move over first. So we've got this plus k. I'm going to subtract the k first, because again, we want the term that has the e to be by itself first. So now on the left, we have m minus k, and then on the right, we have 2e over v squared. Now, e is trapped in this numerator, so that means we need to get rid of the denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by v squared. That way we don't have that denominator anymore. So then on the left, you can put this on the left side of the parentheses or the right side of the parentheses. But on the left we have m minus k times v squared. And then on the right, we're left with that numerator of 2e. Finally, to get rid of the 2, that way we have e by itself, we can divide by that 2. And then that'll be gone. On the left side, we'll divide by that 2. So then our final answer here is m minus k, that quantity, times v squared, all over 2 is equal to e. And there's our final answer. Here's another example. Y equals 2v over br squared, and we're looking for b. Now this time, the variable that we're looking for is trapped in the denominator. So in order to get it out of there, first I'm going to multiply everything by that denominator. So we're going to take the left side and the right side and multiply by the b that's in the denominator. You can multiply by r squared, but we would just end up moving it back over anyway, so I'm just going to multiply by b. So now on the left we have y equals 2v over r squared. Then, since b is not in a denominator anymore, now all we need to do is move that y over, so we can divide by y. And when we divide a fraction by another number, that is going to go in the denominator with the thing that's already there. So now on the left side we're just left with b, and on the right side we have 2v over r squared y. And b is by itself, so we are done.